That was a sick intro, right? I mean, the drums, the beats, it really fit, the experience and the epicness of what just went down. Truly one of the best experiences I've had in the time I've been in Haiti. The history oozes from every crevice of that city. To be out there and to have not only been able to see a good amount of it over the few days I was there, but also record it, man, that was awesome. And you're gonna see some of that video. You're gonna see some of that action. But first, let me just have a discussion. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you, YouTube, and sort of just say, what happened. I think if you look at the most recent time I posted something, it's been a while, right? And so I just wanted to say that I've been here, right, working my butt off, because when I first got here, there was a dual mandate, right, where first and foremost I was running a business, and in addition I was trying to video, I don't want to call it a vlog, but at least a video of what I was doing. My entire attention has been, that process, and I got to tell you, thus far, it's been something that I look forward to really breaking down and letting that experience permeate to you guys, because again, the whole goal is ultimately to have more folks come back, maybe from the diaspora, maybe just folks who are just interested in helping the country, but in a way that isn't strictly charity, right? Because we know the way that countries change from undeveloped to developed is through entrepreneurial endeavors, and so that's coming, right? But I just wanted to let you guys know, what was going on, why I've been away, and now I'm going to work on having content that's more based in information and highlighting different things I'm seeing here in Haiti. We're making it interesting, right? Make it epic, right? So, yeah.
What are your favorite things you found about Okap?
Man, Okap was really interesting because the geography of Okap is such that it looks like Rio de Janeiro. It has the same long ocean front that goes right up into the city. The beach has the potential to be one that is on par with Rio de Janeiro.
Awesome.
The geography has the same, background mountainous look and feel of Rio de Janeiro.
Wow.
So you can really, if you were able to cut that part of Haiti out and put it over there. I mean, I think in look and feel and potentiality.
Wonderful. Could you walk us through each day in Okap?
Okap, day one was actually going into the city, walking around. First, we hit the cathedral. The cathedral was fantastic. This view up close, the epicness of. Right across from the cathedral is this real cool little park that, there's a bunch of locals and folks chilling in it and hanging out, and there's real excellent statue of Dessalines right there in the center, and you can tell, that first off, it was the first time really seeing Dessalines depicted. I think I've seen it maybe only one more time, certainly the first time ever in statue form. So that alone, was just really, pretty cool to look at and see. And then from there, we walked around a little bit. Walked around, hit the different streets, trying to see, what the city had to offer, just from a ground level, street to street perspective, and the architecture, very French. It has a very New Orleans vibe to it, and so we walked around, took a few photos. And there's one particular scene where there was a church that was having service, and so the service spilled over to the streets because it was a very small church. And the folks were like, literally, we thought it was a street block party, but then we came closer and we saw that it was an actual service. They didn't record it just because Haitians don't like being recorded. I'm gonna tell you a little secret on that. So always be respectful of that when you're out in the city. But no, the city was a very small city, so you can cover it within. Probably from end to end of the downtown area, probably within 30 minutes. We started early, late morning, and then towards lunch we said, we needed to go eat somewhere. And so I knew of Cap Deli. Cap Deli is known to have really good burgers. It's known to be priced for the people. It doesn't have like high outrageous touristy price per se. And so I had to check it off the list. I highly recommend if you're in Okap, you participate and eat there. You're gonna thank yourself. And the prestige, bien glacé, really cold, right? And that was day one. So day two, that was really day two. And that was cool because that's when we decided to hit the Citadel. So we're up there. One of the first places you get a chance to see is one of the gunpowder rooms, and then immediately from there you'll go to where the collection of cannonballs are. And FYI, has the largest collection of cannonballs in quote me on this, in the world. It had explosive ones, one that just would pierce the hull, and just to see that we were that ready, it was pretty cool. Our capacity at that particular point in time. From there, when you enter these set of rooms that will lead you to the main courtyard inside the Citadel. The rooms themselves are cool. I think there's one little spot too that I remember seeing. You can actually see the rock. The mountain was, the Citadel was actually built on this very solid rock foundation, which is one reason why I was able to handle hurricanes and a bunch of different stuff. It was built on this solid rock foundation, and so when you navigate your way through it, you see a couple of different things. You see, for example, where one of the governors were buried. There's actual tomb in there. I believe the King Henry Christophe is rumored to have been buried somewhere within the castle. No one knows where exactly he's entombed, but it's rumored that he's somewhere in there. And so from there, we go. That was like the courtyard. So from there, we go up to the second set of stairs. And of course we're enjoying the view that you can appreciate there, which is incredible. But the whole time I'm looking to accomplish my real mission to why I was there at the Citadel. Let's put some context. So me and my girlfriend, Esther, we've been together 2.5 years now, and she's the one. There's no doubt about that. And knew it for a while, and I said, you know what, I want to do it someplace that's particularly grand and symbolic of our relationship, and at least really how I would like our relationship to be. And so I knew that she wanted to go to the Citadel for a while, and I knew, this opportunity will only come once. And so I bought the ring, and I had plans to do it there. So I had her cousin / uncle. I use cousin / uncle because he's an older cousin enough to be an uncle. It was a total surprise. It took a little bit of setup. Once I got to the highest tower, because I had to give my GoPro to her cousin / uncle, and the guide took a camera to take photos of the proposal, and then I also had my drone up there as well, provide a whole different angle. And so when I called her over and I told her that it was going to be here where I felt it was appropriate, because the Citadel has been part of our nation's history from the beginning. I told her that this Citadel has weathered hurricanes, weathered earthquakes, civil strife, and the passage of time. And it is a symbol of resilience, and it is a symbol of everlasting. And I couldn't think of a better place to propose to her than this place, because of the fact I wanted it to be part of our foundation, to mimic its foundation and last that long. And I got to one knee and, will you marry me? And she said yes, just on clouds after that, because it's hard to top that sort of moment, right? But I think we visited maybe 2-3 other sections of this castle from there, and then we got back on a horse and went downhill to the very next spot, Sanssouci Palais, which was Henry Christophe's actual residence and palace. And that was great, seeing what was there and seeing the square footage and seeing the bones of it's kind of like looking at a dinosaur and seeing those bones, and you're seeing, man, this thing was just massive and monumental at its time. And you can see the same thing at the Palais Sanssouci, just this massive, very consequential thing. I couldn't do as much droning as I wanted, because apparently that's not allowed there. I think it is technically allowed if you do it outside the gates, but by the time I lugged my equipment down, I decided to just work with the shots that I had already acquired. And that, in effect, was the day we got back to the hotel, and we were pooped, and our bodies were beat up, and so we just rested the rest of the day that we were there. That was day 2. Day 3 was a super exciting day. Day 3 was going to Labadie and also going to ultimately La Vache. We grabbed our taxi driver that we've been using. We paid him $50 for the day. It's a relatively quick ride. The roads were recently redone by the state of Haiti, and so the roads aren't a problem. They're crystal smooth. Labadie itself, to give a little bit of context, Labadie itself is actually private property of, I believe, Royal Caribbean. And so you can't really go to Labadie itself. You can go to some of the excursion places that folks who are in Labadie can go. And one of them is an island in the middle of the water that just sort of at the scene of like a Tom Hanks movie, you know, and just pulling up, you just kind of, it just looks awesome as you're just pulling up and coming to the coast. Once you get there, depending on the day, you may have some locals there, some kids playing games, and of course there you can buy crab, you can buy lobster, you can buy a bunch of different stuff, fish as well, and for a relatively decent price. And they'll cook it for you too. But I think cooking is separate, and you're gonna eat well, and just you gotta be able to relax. And the water is just, depending on the day, calm and breezy. It can be somewhat strong too, depending on what's going on the conditions. But you know, the waters are clean blue, water. It was really probably the minus my engagement, a pretty close second for sure. And I hang out with the kids, and when I got my drone out, I quickly became a favorite of the folks who were there and showing off the drone and what it could do. Those kids, those guys were really cool. And from there we returned back. You guys are watching the video to the mainland. Funny story, our boat actually stopped working, and so but luckily there was another boat nearby, same sort of chug boat that had passengers, and gave us a tow the rest of the way. And we were pretty close to begin with, so it wasn't much of a distance to tow. And that was that day, and we got back, same thing. And that was, in a nutshell, the 3 days we had over in Okap, in Cap-Haïtien. Hit that stop button. Oh, before I forget, I have a full-length video of my donkey ride going up the mountain to the Citadel and even going down. So check it out. It should be out soon, if not already. So do check that out. The link should be somewhere around here. So click.